again, and here's the second of my little mini Pilates workouts, and this one is your antidote to sitting, and also by way of an antidote to sitting, it's exercises that will strengthen up your muscles in your buttocks, so glute workout. So again, go for 6 to 8 reps. If you can do more, that's great, but it's a start in it, 6. So first exercise, sit to stand. So it's kind of getting into squat, but you know, you can almost tell yourself that you don't need to leave your chair or your desk behind. Be aware that when the power and the work in the glutes is the up phase. So when you go up, send your feet down and come fully up to sitting, open hips, neutral pelvis. So that's sit to stand. When you feel more confident, you can go without the chair and sit to stand and go a bit lower. Now I'm a really good example of someone who's a little bit limited with squat depth, and in my case it's that my calf muscles are tight, and it can be other things as well. So here's a tip for you, and it also helps if you've got a few issues with your knees. Well, I'm using a radiator now. Radiator is not great because it's not fixed to the wall, but if you've got the metal handle of a fire escape or a shelf or something solid that you can hold, and it gives you a bit of support at the front of you, and then you can reach down like that and you can get a lower squat depth. So you're away from your knees if you have knee issues, and just this little bit of kind of assistance at the front allows you to go lower. At the bottom, sometimes you might find that you round your bottom. That kind of really, that's pretty much inevitable with a low squat. Don't worry about that. Okay, the other thing with squats is you can go a little bit wider. So every time you squat, you'll stretch your inner thigh, and it just gives you a different orientation and a different position to work in. Don't forget to breathe. This is the same with all squats. I'm not sure the order of breathing is crucial. I tend to breathe in to go down, breathe out, standing to my feet, up you come. So there's your squats. And then with your trusty wall to help you, here's some other exercises. So the first one, wall to support you on one side, hand on your pelvis, side leg raise. So that's this part of your buttock muscles, but you don't want to hip hitch, so use this hand to keep the length in your waist as you side leg raise. I'm just going to show you on one side, but you'd be doing both. The other kind of wall exercise, you can face the wall, and instead of side leg raise, you want to do leg out to the back. Now you can do alternate legs, or you can do repeaters. Now ideally you want to keep your back out of this. So you want to sustain that rib pelvis connection, keep the hip open and lengthen and lift the leg. That's going to work the buttocks, and as in a lot of these exercises, you work the back of the legs, the hamstrings as well. And finally, you could try a lunge, more technically demanding, but useful to work the buttocks, the hamstrings, to mobilise the hips, the joints, and to open the front of the hip. So one leg forward, one leg back, both legs straight, wall for support, and then 2 straight legs, 2 bent knees. So there's a small lunge. Now that the challenge is to keep the back hip open, so just be aware of how demanding and challenging that is. So you can go little, and when you're feeling more confident, you can go bigger, and obviously swap around and do the other side. So that's it for, well, there's loads of other glute exercises, but that'll do for now.